My dear children, in the last episode, you saw the usage of present tense and its parts like indefinite and present continuous tense, etc. And today we shall do the other tenses. But before we move on further, we shall do a small exercise in order to link ourselves to the module so far. ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਪਿਛਲੇ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਇੰਡੈਫਿਨਿਟ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊਸ ਟੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਟੈਂਸਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਾਂਗੇ। ਪਰ ਇਸ ਪਾਠ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਦੇ ਮੋਡਿਊਲ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ।
The workers dash the wall. The workers are painting the wall. Seema dash the clothes. Seema is washing the clothes. I have just dash the class. I have just entered the class. Diana dash already dash the stage. Diana has already reached the stage.
Now we shall do present perfect continuous tense. This tense is used to denote an action that began in the past and is continuing up to the present. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ present perfect continuous tense ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਾਂਗੇ। ਇਸ tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ past ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਸਮੇਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਵੇ।
It has been raining since evening. We have been studying in the school since 1999. He has been painting a picture since Diwali. Shukla has been planning to make a film since his youth.
Students, present perfect continuous tells us the duration from the past until now. We use the present perfect continuous to show that something started in the past and has continued until now. ਅਸੀਂ present perfect continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ past ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਸਮੇਂ ਵੀ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਵੇ।
For 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, and since Tuesday are all durations which can be used with the present perfect continuous. Examples: they have been talking for the last hour. Sheila has been working at that company for 3 years. What have you been doing for the last 30 minutes? James has been teaching at the university since June. We have been waiting here for over 2 hours. Why has Nancy not been taking her medicine for the last 3 days? Past, present.
As you can see that this tense is used when an action begins in the past and has been continuing up to now in the present. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਇਸ tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਕੰਮ ਬੀਤੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ present ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। And now let us do past indefinite tense. How do we form the past indefinite tense? We use the second form of the verb.
Positive sentences. He opened the door. I bought a pen. Negative sentence. You didn't break the glass. Interrogative sentence. Did Ram go to school?
Past indefinite ਵੀ present indefinite ਦੇ ਵਾਂਗ ਆਦਤ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਸਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸੀ ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ I failed in English, always, never, seldom, daily, generally, usually ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਨਿਸ਼ਚਿਤ ਕਾਲੀਨ ਭੂਤਕਾਲ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਯੋਗ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕੇਵਲ ਉਦੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਅਜਿਹੀ ਆਦਤ ਦਰਸਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ I always feared English, just now, at, ever, already, up to, recently ਦੇ ਨਾਲ past indefinite ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਯੋਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਜਿਵੇਂ I came just now, which is wrong. I have come just now. Last, past, ago, before, yesterday, then ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਨਿਸ਼ਚਿਤ ਕਾਲੀਨ ਭੂਤਕਾਲ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਯੋਗ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਜਿਵੇਂ I have come yesterday, I came yesterday. The past indefinite tense denotes actions or happenings that took place in the past. Past indefinite tense ਉਸ ਕਾਰਜ ਜਾਂ ਘਟਨਾ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੀਤੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। My friend has lived in the USA since 1974. My friend lived in the USA. The first sentence shows that my friend is still in the USA. The second sentence shows that my friend is not in the USA. Put the verb in brackets in the correct form, making them past indefinite tense. To help you more, try this exercise.
Go, went. Watch, watched. Sit, sat. Look, looked. Eat, ate. Do, did. Sleep, slept. Take, took. Stay, stayed. Arrive, arrived. The children to go to school in the morning. The children dash to school in the morning. Went. Their father to take them to school. Their father dash them to school. Took. Mrs. Smith usually to stay at home. Mrs. Smith usually dash at home. Stayed. She to do the housework. She dash the housework. Did. She always eat her lunch at noon. She always dash her lunch at noon. Ate. Mr. Smith to arrive home late. Mr. Smith dash home late. Arrived. In the evening, the children always to do their homework. In the evening, the children always dash their homework. Did. Sometimes Mr. and Mrs. Smith to watch television. Sometimes Mr. and Mrs. Smith dash television. Watched.
Let us take a past continuous tense. How do we use the past continuous tense? The past continuous tense expresses an action at a particular moment in the past. The action started before that moment but has not finished at that moment. आओ ਹੁਣ past continuous tense ਨੂੰ ਲਈਏ। ਅਸੀਂ past continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ? Past continuous tense ਬੀਤੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਖਾਸ ਮੂਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਉਸ past moment ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। For example, yesterday I watched a film on TV. The film started at 7 p.m. and finished at 9 p.m. The next day, if you want to tell what you were doing at 8 p.m. yesterday, so you would say, at 8 p.m. yesterday, I was watching TV, or at 8 p.m., I was in the middle of watching TV. When we use the past continuous tense, our listener usually knows or understands what time we are talking about. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ past continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ listener ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਨ ਜਾਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। Look at these examples.
I was working at 10 p.m. last night. They were not playing football at 9 a.m. this morning. She was cooking when I telephoned her. We were having dinner when it started to rain. Some verbs cannot be used in continuous, progressive tenses.
We often use the past continuous tense to set the scene in stories. We use it to describe the background situation at the moment when the action begins. Often, the story starts with the past continuous tense and then moves into the simple past tense. ਅਸੀਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਹੀ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਨ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ past continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੇ ਪਿਛੋਕੜ ਤੇ ਝਾਤ ਮਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਾਰਜ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅਕਸਰ ਹੀ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ past continuous tense ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ simple past tense ਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਵਧ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। Here is an example.
James Bond was driving through the town. It was raining. The wind was blowing hard. Nobody was walking in the streets. Suddenly, Bond saw the killer in a telephone box. Past continuous tense plus simple past tense.
We often use the past continuous tense with the simple past tense. We use the past continuous tense to express a long action. And we use the simple past tense to express a short action that happens in the middle of the long action. We can join the two ideas with when or while. ਅਸੀਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਹੀ simple past tense ਦੇ ਨਾਲ past continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ past continuous tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਲੰਮੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਗਟਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ simple past tense ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣ ਲਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦੋ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ when ਜਾਂ while ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। In these examples, we have two actions.
Long action expressed with past continuous tense. For example, watching TV. Short action expressed with simple past tense. Telephoned. For example, I was watching TV at 8 p.m. Long action. You telephoned at 8 p.m. Short action. We can join these two actions with when. I was watching TV when you telephoned. Notice that when you telephoned is also a way of defining the time, 8 p.m. When plus short action, simple past tense. While plus long action, past continuous tense.
Students, there are four basic combinations. I was walking past the car when it exploded. When the car exploded, I was walking past it. The car exploded while I was walking past it. While I was walking past the car, it exploded. Notice that the long action and short action are relative. Watching TV took a few hours. Telephoned took a few seconds. Walking past the car took a few seconds. Using the past perfect. Look at the sentences. Which happened first? We all felt so sick. We took strange medicine. We can only assume that the people in this situation first fell sick and then took strange medicine. However, grammar can make these situations very clear. It is called the past perfect. You probably know what perfect means. 100% pure, no problems. However, in English grammar, the word perfect means past. Whenever you see the word perfect referring to English grammar, just say past. Therefore, the past perfect means past past. This is exactly what the past perfect means, the past past. In other words, it is an action that happened and finished before another action in the past. Look at the timeline here. I ate a big breakfast. I went to school. Now, 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m. What happened first? What happened second? First, I ate breakfast. Second, I went to school. Students, remember that both of these activities happened in the past. However, one happened before the other. Here is a common way to write or say these two actions using the past perfect. Before I went to school, I had eaten a big breakfast. Or, after I had eaten breakfast, I went to school. What do you notice about the past perfect? First, you should have noticed that the past perfect is the action, that is, had eaten a big breakfast. That happened before the other action in the past, that is, went to school. Here is another timeline. Look at the timeline and make a sentence with the past perfect and by using the word before. Sam cooked dinner at 1:30 p.m. Carol got home at 3 p.m. Now, first, Sam cooked dinner. Second, Carol got home. Therefore, the answer is before Carol got home, Sam had already cooked dinner. Note: the past participle of cook is cooked, which is the same as the simple past cooked. Using the word after, you can write in this way. After Sam had cooked dinner, Carol got home. Now look at these sentences. We all felt so sick. We took strange medicine. Which happened first? The answer is we don't know. The writer of these two sentences did not use the past perfect. As far as we know, these two events could have happened at the same time. Now, you know why using the past perfect is so important. This is how we do it. Look at the sentences again, and this time with past perfect tense. I went to see the movie. We had discussed it in the class. Here, we know that the discussion took place first, even though the sentence describing it comes afterwards. We discussed the movie and then I went to see it. This can be very useful when you are telling a story or relating a sequence of events. At any point in your story, you can jump back to a previous event and your reader will not be confused, because the past perfect will make it clear that the event happened previously. ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਵਟਾਂਦਰਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਵਾਕ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਇਹ ਦੱਸ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੂਵੀ ਵੇਖੀ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਮੂਵੀ ਤੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਵਟਾਂਦਰਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣ ਲਈ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਲਾਭਦਾਇਕ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਵੋ ਜਾਂ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ ਸੀਕੁਐਂਸ ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਵੋ। ਕਹਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਾਠਕ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਭੁਲੇਖਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਵੇਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪਾਸਟ ਪਰਫੈਕਟ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕਰ ਦੇਵੇਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। Here is another example. First action in past perfect and subsequent action in simple past. First, we ate at the cafeteria. Then, we went to the class. After we had eaten at the cafeteria, we went to the class. First, Juan made himself a sandwich. Then he poured some tea. After Juan had made himself a sandwich, he poured some tea. First, Gunavan plugged in the headphones. Then he played a CD. Before he played a CD, Gunavan had plugged in the headphones. First, Soria fed the cat. Then she called her mother. Soria called her mother after she had fed the cat. Had fed. First, Mary did her homework. Then she watched TV. Mary had done her homework before she watched TV. Students, I hope you had fun learning the use of tenses. I will see you next time with another topic. Till then, goodbye.